What's up, Ute fans? Jordan Wynn here with the Plan to Win, sponsored by UteFans.net. We got 3 plays to go over today from the Colorado win last week. Starting off, situations 1st and 10 at the 19, the high red zone. We've talked about that on the show before. Kind of a unique deal. The Utes are down 3-0 to Colorado right at the beginning of the second quarter. It's 1st and 10, so you can kind of call any of your red zone shot plays. And Coach Ludwig decides to call, basically it's called stick nod. So I'm kind of going to walk you through this play, what it's off of. So you get in this tight kind of doubles bunch formation. And as you'll see, Colorado decides to get into, we call it a jam front, or it would be a bear front if there was a tight end on the line of scrimmage, but it's a jam. Basically, there's 5 defensive linemen that are covering up each 5 offensive linemen. They're going to play cover 1 behind it or man coverage behind it with one high free safety. The linebackers kind of make a banjo call, whichever way the back decides to go, that's who covers him. And really this play is off of stick. So stick is a pretty well-known concept throughout football. It's basically you have your inside receivers run 6 yards and break out. Kind of like a little short out route. If it's zone coverage, they would sit. That's essentially what a stick route is. So this is stick nod. So it's a double move. So what you're going to see is both of these guys that end up inside releasing are going to run like they're running a stick route and then go up the field. Double move. So this clip is the first touchdown. It's a touchdown throw to Keithy. A lot of good things happen on this play. Whenever you get a jam front, it's tough because you're basically one-on-one with every offensive lineman. Traditionally in football, you don't want 5 one-on-ones, right? Because all it takes is one guy to mess up in the protection or get beat and you're in trouble. So pay attention as we go through the clip. These 5 do a great job of all winning their one-on-ones. And then really you have on this look, you really can pick whichever matchup you think is the best because it's man coverage. Either of these will routes on the outside would be great against man coverage because then you take this free safety out of it. He's not going to be able to cover sideline to sideline. What Cam decides to do on this clip is he really wants to throw this stick nod to Keithy. And Keithy does a great job in his route. He beats the strong safety that's playing man coverage with him. And as you'll see, Cam does a great job of actually looking off this free safety. So he's going to look with his eyes to the right and get this safety really off of his mark. And that makes it an easy throw to sneak this into this seam. So again, you got he's man here, he's man here, he's man here, he's man here, he has the back. This guy's free. And again, Cam does a great job, looks to the right, moves this free safety off of his spot just enough to be able to slide it into Keithy here for 6. All right, you fans, digital action, week 2. Situation, again, beginning of the second quarter, 1st and 10, you're at the 19-yard line, high red zone. You're down 3-0, so you need to get points out of this drive. We start in this kind of condensed, tight formation. Again, they're going to play that jam bear front, right? All these guys are basically one-on-one on each offensive lineman. These guys kind of combo the back, whichever way he goes. And then you got these guys all in coverage. He's the one high safety. He's kind of the free safety. And really, you know, just looking at Cam's eyes. As you're going to see, both, I'm hesitant to, they're lined up outside, but they end up inside releasing. So I'm going to call them the inside receivers. Both inside receivers are going to run that stick nod concept. So we're going to watch Keithy here. He's going to run his little 6-yard out and then up. And when he does that, he does a great job with his route, gets to 6 yards, goes out. He gets this guy to really jump that stick route, right? This guy, he's expecting stick. He thinks, oh, I'm going to go blow up this little 6-yard completion. He gets over aggressive. Keithy runs his little 6-yard out and up. And then watch Cam as well. And I'll go back and do it a couple times so that way we can all see. But so first time, Keithy, boom, there's that little out. That's all it takes is really just 1 or 2 steps. And he gets that guy to shift, right? Let's go back here. Boom, right there. See this guy? There's no way he can make this play now. And then, as we go back, watch Cam's eyes. Okay, Cam's a QB for all of us following along. Watch Cam's eyes. He looks to the right, moves that free safety, and then puts it right in there on the seam. Touchdown Utes. All right, you fans, we're here with clip number 2 from the Colorado game. Per some people's requests, I'm going to do a negative play. So usually not my cup of tea, but here we go. Situation's 4th and 1 at the 24, so just outside the red zone. There's about 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Utes are up 14-3, so this is a big series. If you can get some points here, you can go into half 21-3. It's definitely a different ball game than only being up 14-3. So Coach Led decides to call speed option. Great play call against Colorado. So as you saw in clip 1, the defense is basically the same. You're going to get that jam front. So all 5 of the offensive linemen are covered up by 5 defensive linemen. With this tight end out here, I have it as a defensive end. It's basically like a hybrid guy. He's probably one of their outside linebackers. And he's the read key. The beauty of this play is both inside linebackers actually blitz. Due to it being 4th and 1, they're probably thinking something's going to come short up the middle and try and stop it. Again, the beauty of this is it makes it very simple for the offensive line. Whatever word or verbiage they want to use, all they need to say is these 3 guys block down or inside, because normally you would double team. So the tackle and tight end would double team to this backer. Well, this backer just runs right in the hole. So the guard could take him. They basically end up in space because there's nobody left. And here is Cam's read key. That's the pitch key. So all he needs to do is read that guy. Because it's man, all the receivers can just run go routes. And the defenders covering them will run with them until they realize that it's a run play, which, who knows, when you're at the 24, you could probably run those guys into the end zone almost. One good coaching point here, and I'm sure if you were to ask Cam, he'd say the same thing and want to take this play back. He knows that he messed up. But when you get man coverage versus speed option, especially with backers inside the A-gaps, all you need is for the running back to outflank this pitch key. So the second he's even with this, right here, because he's running this way and the pitch key's stagnant, he's standing there, the second you have him outflanked, you can pitch it. It doesn't matter if he's looking at the QB and trying to box him in, because he's just going to outrun this guy. And again, it's 4th and 1, you need 1 yard. So as Cam, gathers himself, takes his step back from the line to allow this to develop, this guy decides to really just box in and look at Cam. And as you'll see, Cam kind of tries to give a little fake pitch and cut up inside, and this end makes the play. Again, coaching points on this is the pitch key can't make the play. He's the read. He 100% cannot make this play. Again, if you ask Cam, I know he knows that. I know he wishes he had that play back. But this was a big play. Colorado ended up getting the ball because they stopped him and going and kicking a field goal and making it a 1-score game going into half. So again, as we go over the digital copy, you'll see these blocks where really they're just sealing. They're creating a wall right here. And all Cam needs to do is, honestly, he doesn't even really need to read this guy. The second this guy's shoulders turn and face Cam, he should pitch it. Because this back's going to outrun him and might even score a touchdown. You're basically going to ask this free safety to run over the top and make the play. So good play by this backer from Colorado. Again, I hate being critical of QBs. Obviously, I played the position more oftentimes than not. We know when we messed up. We know exactly what happened. We know exactly what we did wrong. But kind of to mix up the show, please the people. They wanted to see a little bit of a negative clip and have some critique. So again, pretty easy critique on this one. I know Cam wishes he had it back, and again, if they run this play again, I'm sure he'll make the right decision and create a good play. All right, fans, we're here with the second clip. Situation 4th and 1, just before half, 14-3. Coach Witt gives the go-ahead to Lud and says, "Let's go for it." Lud calls speed option. Okay, so like we talked about on the board, with this look, with both of these inside backers here walked up into the line of scrimmage, it really benefits the play call. Basically, these 4 have these 4, and Bam just needs to cut this guy. You don't need to worry about this guy because you're running away from him. And again, the main thing in this play is this is your read key. This guy right here. Pre-snap, Cam, again, I'm sure he could tell you this, he knows it's man coverage. So in his mind, all he should be thinking is, as soon as this back outflanks the pitch key, he deals it, he pitches it, and then it's just a foot race. As you'll see, both of these receivers up top run their defenders out, and probably would have ran them almost all the way into the end zone. And so really, this play has potential to score a touchdown. as we're going to go through it right here, this read key does a good job of he gets up the field and turns his shoulders and kind of boxes Cam in, and Cam tries to kind of give him a little hesitation move and get up the field, and this guy makes a good tackle. He makes a good play. See, so honestly, right there, Cam could pitch it. There's no way this guy's making the play. I believe this is Bernard. Bernard's going to outrun this guy and get a first down. Nothing wrong with what Cam's doing here because he's trying to get the pitch key to really commit to him. And as we keep going here, right there, he could even deal it right there. I know this guy's shoulders are turned, but there's no way that guy's making that play. Again, kudos to this defender, right? Because Cam thinks he's got him faking the pitch, and he turns around and is able to wrap Cam up just short of the first down. Big stop by the Buffs. Again, it resulted in them actually getting the ball and getting a field goal. Again, this is one that Cam probably wishes he had back because, again, right there, he can deal that ball. There's no way that backer, that defensive end from Colorado is going to make that play. Even there, he still can deal it. He thinks he can get up underneath and make that play. Again, they got good guys too. They got scholarship guys too. So kudos to that guy for making the play. This is a good learning experience, and I'm sure if you talk to Cam, he'd love to have this one back. All right, U fans, we're here with the last clip on the Plan to Win, put on by ufans.net. Situation's 3rd and 5 at the 12. Utes are up 21-13 with about 6 minutes 52 seconds in the third. This ended up being the final touchdown of the game. Put the Utes up 2 scores, kind of put Colorado away, especially with the way the Utes defense was playing. So 3rd and 5, you have 2 situations built into one, right? You got 3rd down and you're in the red zone. Again, I keep harping on it. Situational football, situational football. That's what wins you football games. So what's Coach Led decide to draw up? So they're going to start off with Covey on this side, motion him over. This is, most guys use this to help the QB out, determine if it's man or zone. You get a picture of it real quick. If somebody were to run over there with Covey, it's man. The Buffs don't, so it's zone. And really here, these 2 outside receivers are essentially taken out of the read concept. Colorado kind of tries to bluff and show a one high look. This strong safety's kind of messing around in the box. The free safety's kind of in the center of the field, and at the snap they kind of go their separate ways. And these guys are almost man to man on the outside receivers. It's basically cover 4, a quarters look. Cover 4 is just you have four guys deep, 4 guys in a zone, which means these guys are responsible with the underneath coverage. So he essentially has this flat, he's in the middle, he has this flat. This guy pretty much is your read key on this concept. So we're going to circle him, and we're going to watch him on the digital clip. He passes off this shallow crosser to his middle linebacker, and the kind of interesting thing about cover 4 or quarters is it becomes man after the snap almost. So he essentially becomes man on Covey. So again, he would normally have the flat, but since he sees Covey kind of come up, give him a move and break inside, it almost looks like Covey's running an option route. He just sticks with Covey. A lot of key takeaways from this play. I know I talked about it on the Wynn to Scott report, but Bam absolutely just annihilates this defensive end. He invites him up the field. He's one-on-one with him. I'll show it in the digital clip. He ends up laying on this guy, puts him down on the ground, and just completely takes him out of the play. After I went back after the game and watched the clip, this is a great double team by these guys. They sit this guy down so fast, and you got 2 guys, they're just standing over him waiting for him to get up to put him back down again. The running back in this situation is more than likely 1 to 2 in his pass pro responsibilities. Neither of these guys blitz, so he just checks that out and runs a swing. And then, you hear a lot about QB play and the ability to make plays outside the pocket. Very rarely as a quarterback do you just catch the ball, take 3 steps, throw it to your number 1 read. That's the beauty of playing the position is you got to be able to move and you got to be able to make things happen on the run. So Cam's going to take his drop, sees a shallow crosser, doesn't like it, looks at Covey. Initially, I thought he could have maybe put it on Covey right here in this window and gotten a first down, but he didn't feel comfortable with it. So he's going to take his drop. Bam, again, just sets this guy down right here. Cam's going to step up and actually begin to scramble towards the sideline. What you're going to see here is basically these 2 guys are just mirroring Cam. So as he runs to the sideline, these 2 guys start to run with him. And really the mess up of this play on Colorado is this backer right here, who's covering Covey. If he would have stayed with him, Cam would have had to outrun this backer to the first down marker. But as Cam starts to scramble, this guy's mirroring him, comes up to make the play. Well, this guy also runs up to make the play, and that allows Cam to just give a nice little flip to Covey, who ends up coming in motion, running his option route, and then just scramble drill. Get in front of the QB. Get in his face, get in front of him, let him see you. Does a good job. Again, this guy leaves him alone, and Cam just flips it to him. He turns, catches it, touchdown. Again, big play, put the Utes up 2 scores and put the game out of hand. And again, great job by Cam. You know, you get off the launch point. What's the launch point? You take 3 steps where you would throw if you were on schedule, if you were throwing your number 1 read. Again, football isn't played a whole lot on the launch point, so he gets there, doesn't like what he sees, moves, and creates a play outside the pocket that results in a touchdown for the Utes. All right, Ute fans, last clip here. Again, situational football, 3rd and 5 in the red zone. Got 2 situations in 1. Kind of a critical down and distance in situation. Utes are up by 1 score. Really want to come away with 6 here midway through the 3rd. Couple things I want to point out before we really dive into the play. First, just want to highlight Bam. As we go through here, Bam kind of gets beat by a little pull move. He does a good job though of recovering. This guy kind of slips, and then let's just look at Bam, just lay on him. No chance that guy's making the play. Completely taken out of the play. Non-factor here. As we go back, watch Nick Ford on this double team. Boom, popped, sits this guy down. Nothing more demoralizing than for that guy to be on his back and look up, and you got these 2 big dudes just waiting for him, just begging him to get up, right? I mean, this guy's got really no chance. So a couple things I wanted to just point out, doing a good job up front. As we go back here, you're going to kind of see the route concept begin to form. So you got Kincaid on a shallow cross right here, and you got Covey motioning over and essentially running what looks like an option route. So, you know, he's kind of reading off of this guy. Again, Colorado's in a zone. Cover 4, he's deep, he's deep, he's deep, he's deep. The beauty of cover 4 is kind of as the play goes, it kind of turns into a little bit of man principles. You'll see this backer pass off this shallow crosser. And so when that happens, you got Covey one-on-one with this backer right here. Covey does a good job of running. He kind of gives a move out and then in, and he gets this backer, really beats him. And it looks like Cam right there wants to throw it to Covey. Again, I think he could fit that in for a first down, but Cam doesn't like these 2 guys covering him, so he does a good job of pulling it down and trying to make a play. And as we go through here, this guy, 44 for the Buffs, is really who commits the critical error on the play. And again, maybe he didn't think this teammate would be able to get to Cam. It's a foot race to the first down if Cam runs. And maybe Cam outruns that guy, and that's why that guy comes off of Covey. But if this backer here hangs on Covey, it makes Cam really have to make a play with his feet. Due to 44 right here, he immediately he thinks, nope, I got to go make a play, so he leaves Covey alone. And this is a great job of Cam just being an athlete and making a play out of nothing. As he gets out there, he gets this guy to commit, just gives a little flick of the wrist, doesn't need to get his shoulders around and deliver the football like a passer, just a quick little flick. Covey does a good job. That's a great catch right there. That's a lot harder than it looks, running full speed, hand catch. And Solomon does a great job taking care of this guy. Covey gets in for 6. Big play in the midway through the 3rd. Start playing Utah man. Thanks for joining us, Ute fans. This was The Plan to Win. I'm Jordan Wynn, former Utah quarterback, put on by UteFans.net. Again, kind of a little bit of a lackluster performance by the Utes last week against Colorado. Look for them to bounce back and hopefully clinch this Pac-12 on Friday night against Oregon and get to that Rose Bowl. Go Utes.